Are you wanting high-speed internet but don't have access to PUD fiber? Try Sky-Fi high-speed wireless internet from LocalTel. Call 888-8888 today.
Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window, and really a nice day today. Today, the start of really a nice stretch of days. Not as nice as we'll see in a couple of days, but today I think most of us will take it. Temperatures in the low 60s. Look at this beautiful shot from our Rondo Rock Sky-Fi tower cam, and looks like a painting out there this afternoon, doesn't it? With just a few high clouds and some very mild temperatures. A bit of a breeze today, but all in all, not bad. But just wait until you see the forecast for the end of the weekend and the first part of next week. And speaking of the weekend, Saturday at least, we will see some windy conditions. Gusts possibly to 31 miles an hour out of the west-northwest here in the Wenatchee area, and you really can't escape it no matter where you travel around north central or eastern Washington. In fact, Spokane, if you're traveling that way this weekend, could see gusts on Saturday of 36 miles an hour. So it will be a windy one Saturday, and then much nicer weather ahead for Sunday and beyond. We'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. The Federal Aviation Administration recently decided not to recommend closure of the Terminal Radar Approach Control Facility at the Grant County International Airport. And Washington State's pioneering program called E-Cycle is marking its 10-year anniversary. But first, we begin tonight. Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett reports an injured female hiker was rescued off a steep slope below Castle Rock last night. The Rivercom 911 Center received the first report of the fall at around 3:43 p.m. from a woman about her friend, an 18-year-old Erica Juarez of Wenatchee. The report said the woman had fallen at least 20 feet from near the top of the Castle Rock Formation and then slid an additional 50 feet down the slope before coming to rest on the side of the steep hill. Responders from Chelan County Fire District 1, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office, Lifeline Ambulance, and Chelan County Volunteer Search and Rescue all took part in that rescue. Juarez was located approximately 400 feet uphill from the base of the steep slope, consisting of scree rock and brush. It was determined Juarez had suffered a compound fracture to one ankle and an internal fracture to her other ankle. She also had a dislocated knee, lacerations, and was advising of back and neck pain. Juarez was assessed and stabilized by medics while equipment was transported to the scene and a rope system was put into place. She was lowered about 350 feet down the slope and then taken by wheeled litter and a WATV to an awaiting ambulance. Juarez was transported to Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee for treatment. Her condition was listed as serious but stable at this time. Due to the steep terrain involved in this incident and patient location, 24 rescue personnel from the 4 response agencies were utilized. It took nearly 3 hours to safely remove Juarez from that slope. Well, because of the efforts of Moses Lake Representative Tom Dent, the Federal Aviation Administration recently decided not to recommend closure of the Terminal Radar Approach Control, or TRACON, facility at the Grant County International Airport. Dent, who has more than 40 years of flying experience, had drafted legislation at the state level. It's called House Joint Memorial 4013 to highlight the benefits TRACON brings to the region, including opportunities for potential future pilots and to demonstrate the widespread interest in maintaining the facility in Moses Lake. The FAA's decision is the culmination of years of work mandated by Congress that directed the agency to review similar facilities across the country. Washington State's pioneering program called E-Cycle is marking its 10-year anniversary. E-Cycle provides free recycling for computers, TVs, and other electronics. Now in its 10th year, over 360 million pounds of electronics and 26 million pounds of lead have been recycled. Although managed by the Washington Department of Ecology and electronics manufacturers, E-Cycle depends on a network of local collection sites and recyclers to ensure everyone in Washington has a convenient place to drop off old electronics. There are 323 collection locations covering every county in Washington. A member of the program from the beginning, the Colville Confederated Tribes Recycling Program has collected more than 216,000 pounds of electronics, with almost 34,000 pounds in the year 2017 alone. Coming up next, Wenatchee City Council members will discuss ongoing issues related to the Skyline Drive overlook, and we have a preview of all there is to do around the Wenatchee Valley this weekend. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
Hi there, my name's Patrick and I'm the branch manager here at New American Funding. Applying for a home loan is an exciting time. You may have a lot of questions about how to meet your home loan goals, the loan process, or your borrowing options. We're here to help. We do things differently here at New American Funding. Not only do we have an array of loan products and a team of specialists to support you, but we get to know you personally. We want to earn your trust and business for life. So stop by our Wenatchee or Chelan office or give us a call today.
My story starts out with, I was addicted to meth for over 25 years, and I decided that's it, that I was no longer ever going to touch the drug ever again. Goodwill was the first place that I came to. The skills that are given to me, I will be able to succeed every day that I'm there. So that gave me the confidence that I can do this job. When you donate to Goodwill, you're helping people just like me. I love my work. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Welcome back. In another news, Wenatchee City Council members will discuss ongoing issues relating to the Skyline Drive overlook when they meet at a study session late today. The city is responding to complaints from neighboring property owners concerning traffic, noise, and underage drinking at the popular Pullout and Scenic Overlook. City Parks and Recreation Department Director Dave Erickson says the city reached out to the general public in a survey for possible suggestions. He says the City Parks Commission considered those recommendations at a recent public hearing.
Good input from the folks that came, as well as through all the emails and phone calls and poll results. And so this evening at the City Council meeting, the Commission will be presenting kind of their recommendation after all of this input. Staff had a recommendation, and then so does the Commission, and so they'll be presenting that tonight, and then the council will take all that information and they'll either accept that recommendation or they'll come up with something on their own. So it should be interesting to see where this all ends up when everything is all said and done.
Erickson says a range of options are available, from closing down the overlook to installing surveillance cameras at the location. Today's study session at City Hall begins at 5:15. Last week, we brought you the news that on April 2nd, Chelan County's Planning Director, Hank Lewis, resigned his position, leaving Chelan County Commissioners to fill the role for the short-staffed department.
Quite honestly, when we received the resignation, we weren't necessarily prepared for it at the time that it came, but we've had some challenges, I guess, that we've been working through with community development, and I'm hopeful that the direction that we're going right now will put us on a good path. We appreciate all that Hank did for us. I mean, he served, I think, close to 2 years, and he did provide some tremendous benefit, in his service to the county. So we appreciate what he's done for the county.
The county signed a contract last week with a consulting firm to assist in planning for the next year.
We signed a contract with M2 Consulting, and that's Mitch Reister, who was previously our county engineer. He will be coming on board April 30th in a consultant's role. It's a one-year contract. We'll look at it at the end of 6 months, but I mean, the idea that he'll come in, as I said, in a consulting way. His background is not in planning, but he has shown himself to be a great organizational person, so organizational management is really his strong suit, and that's what we're looking for.
Is community development department still short-staffed though? I mean, you still need more warm bodies despite the contract?
We do have some other vacancies, and we may have a couple more that we'll be looking to fill. But we've been working diligently. The staff has really picked up the slack. I think they've really been inundated with permits, which is great. It shows that there's real interest in building, and the Chelan County is an attractive place for people to come and live, and so they are processing those permits. I think they're really keeping it in a reasonable time frame as far as getting the permits out, and we hope to have a couple more on staff in the near future.
Well, a total of 23 events are happening in and around the Wenatchee Valley this weekend. Here's NCWLife's Megan McPherson with some of what's on tap.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. The Wenatchee Marathon is this Saturday, April 21st. This is a fast course with a marathon, half marathon, and 10K categories. Walkers are welcome in all categories of this Boston qualifier. All races will start at the Performing Arts Plaza on Wenatchee Avenue. Also Saturday is the Vulnerable Persons Registry event at Pybus Market from 9 to 2. This is an event with the local police services and local community agencies. The registry promotes communication between vulnerable persons, the people who support them, and the police. This information will assist officers when responding to an emergency involving the vulnerable individual. The registry provides quick access to critical information about a registered person, such as who to call in an emergency, a detailed physical description, and any particular sensitivity that the person may experience. Registration is completely voluntary. The database is to help alleviate safety concerns for those that are vulnerable in our community. The Wenatchee Apollo Club invites you to participate in the 2018 International Choral Festival at the Wenatchee High School Auditorium Saturday at 7 p.m. Hosted in alternating years between Canada and the United States, this 58th year of the International Choral Festival features 1 Canadian choir and 5 U.S. choirs, each presenting 3 numbers. A 3-song finale will feature all the participating choirs on stage. And finally, celebrate Earth Day with several events happening in the area. On Saturday, the Chelan Earth Day Fair will take place at Riverwalk Park from 9 to 4 with educational displays, recycling, electric vehicles, kids activities, book sale, food vendors, a plant sale, and local organizations and agencies. Also on Saturday, join Sustainable Wenatchee outside of Pybus Market to celebrate the planet and learn about how to protect it, featuring educational booths from a variety of local organizations and kids activities by Joyful Scholars Montessori School and Teams Learning Center. Learn about the NCW Eco Challenge and get registered. Plus, bring your own cup and get some free organic lemonade from the Hunter's Wife Health Bar or coffee from Cafe Columbia. It's happening from 10 to 2. On Sunday, head to the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center for their Earth Day Science Fair from 10 to 2. Meet local scientists, participate in hands-on projects, and build with Legos. This free event includes Lego robotics and apple sorter demonstrations, earth science activities, a water filtration station, interactive poetry, and much more. Also on Sunday is the Leavenworth Earth Day Community Fair from 12 to 4. This year's theme will be Community, exploring the power of community in bringing about positive, sustainable living practices to secure a healthy climate future. The goal is to create a family-friendly event educating around this theme of sustainability. The fair will be held at Lions Club Park. For more information on this weekend's events, visit ncwlife.com.
Thank you, Megan. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom and our feature story tonight. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
Lake Wenatchee YMCA camp programs focus on our 4 core values of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Make this summer's memories last a lifetime. Pick your theme week today with a wide variety of safe and engaging activities. Lake Wenatchee YMCA Camp is the ultimate summer fun in the sun camp for children, teens, and families. Reserve your child's week today.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy Thursday. What a big Thursday it is. Wenatchee Wild fans going crazy. In fact, 100 fans turned out at the Town Toyota Center to welcome home the Wild last night, very late. Fans such as Brady Solom, who's been a fan since the beginning.
It'd be sweet to make them get the championship.
It's real nice. I mean, it's you come off. Last night was tough. I think our kids thought we could get things done last night, and you don't, and your mood changes a little bit. And so, boy, I think I saw a whole bunch of smiles with kids getting off the bus. That just the support's incredible.
You know, I've seen games where this many people don't show up for the actual game. I tell you what, this turnout today has been phenomenal. I mean, this time of night for this many people to show up, the guys felt it. I mean, you can feel it even you step off. As soon as the bus pulled in, there was an energy, and the guys were popping up, looking out the window. It's just a phenomenal show of support, and we're very blessed here.
Wenatchee takes on Prince George in Game 5 of the Fred Page Cup playoffs tonight, 7:05. The puck will drop. We told Bliss Littler and Art Checker there's kind of the strange fan sentiment that they kind of wanted the Wild to lose Game 4 so they could hoist the trophy on home ice.
I get that. I get that, and hopefully we can take care of this tomorrow night.
I'll tell you what, you got to be careful what you wish for. You know, and nobody ever wishes to lose a hockey game. I'll promise you that. When you want anybody who's ever put on a pair of skates or taped up a stick and set foot on the ice, when you get on the ice, you play to win. There's no, oh, it'd be nice to win at home. No. But you know what? That said, that's what's before us at this point. And, you know, if we knew that we were going to be 3-1 going into a Game 5 at home with a chance to win it, sure, you'd take it. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a good night's sleep and embrace the opportunity to do exactly that for this crowd here.
Last 3 years we've been outstanding in this building, and I expect tomorrow night we'll have a great effort.
Now that's coming up tonight, Game 5, 7:05, and it will be a sellout. In fact, Art Checker had a special invitation for you to come out to Game 5 tonight.
You know, Wenatchee, for 10 years you've watched hockey in this community and in this building, and you've longed for a champion. You have that chance. It's coming. Come be a part of it. Join us tonight, Town Toyota Center, 7:05, as the Wild have a chance to win it all. Come see us.
I will be there. Are you going to be there? Do you have your tickets? If you don't, you're going to miss it. For those who missed Game 1, by the way, we'll have that for you live on the NCW Life channel tonight. Well, not live, as recorded. That'll start at 7 o'clock as we take a look at our schedule. Then it's back on the pitch tomorrow for live soccer between Eastmont and Wenatchee from Wildcat Stadium at 7 o'clock. Sebastian Moraga and Ed Navarro have your play-by-play. This game takes on a whole new dimension after what happened last night. Eastmont fell to Davis, dropping its first Big Nine match of the season by a final of 4-3 in a shootout. The Wildcats led 3-2 at half, but Davis tied it in the 50th minute. Game was supposed to be played in Yakima on Tuesday, but was moved to the Apple Bowl last night. The loss drops Eastmont to 7-1 in Big Nine play. Game and a half in front of Davis at 6-3, 2.5 in front of Wenatchee at 5-4. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night for the action at 7 o'clock. On the prep calendar today, let's go through it real quick here. Eastmont hosting Wenatchee, West Valley at Moses Lake, and track meet this afternoon at tennis. Wenatchee hosting West Valley, Eastmont at Moses Lake, Cashmere traveling to Ephrata, Chelan hosting Okanagan, Cascade taking on Liberty Bell, Eniet traveling to Tonasket. Softball Diamonds today, Cascade a single game at Natchez Valley while Cashmere hosts Chelan. And Mike Leake was cruising for the Mariners until the 7th inning last night as Houston scored 6 runs in the 7th. They go on for the 7-1 win at Safeco Field. The two teams wrapped up that 4-game series earlier today. The Mariners' Marco Gonzalez, former Apple Sox pitcher, having a tough time of it as he could not get out of the 5th inning. We'll have the scores for you tomorrow morning, and listen or watch tomorrow morning for highlights of the Wilds, hopefully clinching Game 5 tonight at the Town Toyota Center. I'm Eric Grandstrom. That's Sports News. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And yes, I will be at the hockey game as well. Tonight we're featuring the Pet of the Week from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Here's NCW Life's Megan McPherson.
Hey guys, Megan with the NCW Life channel. We're here today with Kathy Teeley, a volunteer with the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and we're also here with Sven. Kathy, can you tell us about Sven?
Yes, Sven originally came to us from Texas, and he is 4 years old. He's a mixed breed, probably has pointer and maybe some cattle dog and maybe about 8 breeds in him, but he is absolutely fantastic dog. He's a little shy when he first meets you, but he has turned out to be our #1 hiking dog. And we have several volunteers who come to the shelter, pick up one of our dogs, and go out on great trail adventures and spend the whole day with the dog. And the guy who's been on the most hikes of all is Sven, because he's great riding in the car. He's great on the trail, has wonderful manners, and everyone loves him. If you're a hiker, you might want to check out Sven. He's very good with dogs. He's in our dog play group. He likes to play with other dogs. Kids might be a little too much for him because he is slightly nervous when he's meeting new people, and when they're jumping around, that might be too much for him, but older kids would be fine. He'd be great with a retired couple that like to hike and walk. So yeah, and he's also good with cats. So that's always a plus.
And how did Sven get here?
He came, we have a partnership with our friends in Texas because they have such an overpopulation down there. They've kind of reached out to the northern shelters asking if they could take a few dogs here and there every 3 months or so, and that's how Sven came to us, via Texas. If you want to adopt Sven, we ask you to come down to the shelter to visit with him, take him for a walk. We talk to you about Sven, tell you more information about him if we have any that you don't know. Then you get to go for a walk on our trails or up in the play yard to play with him. If you have another dog at home, we ask you to bring your dog for a meet and greet to make sure they get along. If you have kids, bring them as well. So that way you can find out if Sven would be a good fit for your family.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
And we'll be back with the recap of some of our top stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X4 offers 4 times the proven off-road capability, 4 times the comfort, and 4 times the confidence to deliver 4 times the excitement on your next outdoor adventure.
Hello, Wenatchee Valley. Christian Shainman here with Bay Equity Home Loans.
Let us make your dream of home ownership a reality. We're here to guide you through the loan process every step of the way. Check out our convenient online application. Bay Equity Home Loans in Wenatchee, your home for loans.
Stop on by or give us a call today.
Walk and Roll Wenatchee's Asian Express is fast, fresh food. Wenatchee Roll's new Poke Hawaiian Fresh Salad Bar is the best. Fresh greens, fresh seafood, and handmade sauces. You know what you want. At Walk and Roll, create your own style meal. Hot off the line chicken, beef, and veggie plates. Lunch or dinner to match your appetite. Fresh sushi, hot entrees, Poke Fresh Salad Bar. It's new. It's Walk and Roll Wenatchee, fast, fresh food your way. Located on 5th and Mission.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. Wenatchee City Council members will discuss ongoing issues relating to the Skyline Drive overlook when they meet at a study session late today. The city is responding to complaints from neighboring property owners concerning traffic, noise, and underage drinking at the popular pullout and scenic overlook. City Parks and Recreation Department Director Dave Erickson says the city reached out to the general public in a survey for possible suggestions. He says the City Parks Commission considered those recommendations at a recent public hearing.
Good input from the folks that came, as well as through all the emails and phone calls and poll results. And so this evening at the City Council meeting, the Commission will be presenting kind of their recommendation after all of this input. Staff had a recommendation, and then so does the Commission, and so they'll be presenting that tonight, and then the council will take all that information and they'll either accept that recommendation or they'll come up with something on their own. So it should be interesting to see where this all ends up when everything is all said and done.
Erickson says a range of options are available, from closing down the overlook to installing surveillance cameras at the location. Today's study session at City Hall began at 5:15. Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to those details, let's take another look outside our weather window. And it was a nice one out there today with highs in the lower 60s. And there, once again, our painting, our Sky-Fi tower camera. What a beautiful shot from a Rondo Rock looking at the Columbia River. It almost looks like one of those puzzles that you can buy, doesn't it? Yeah, beautiful shot from Sky-Fi. And what we're seeing out there is one weather system continues to move to the east, and we can expect dry and mild conditions today with high temperatures, as I mentioned, climbing into the low 60s. You can see that storminess just off the coast of Washington and southern British Columbia. That will just move in tomorrow. So as we move ahead in our surface map loop to tomorrow at about 9 o'clock, you can see that blue area will begin to move into western Washington. There it is. And as I mentioned, that will be at about 9 o'clock tomorrow night, bringing us just a chance for some isolated showers Friday night in our overnight, and maybe even an isolated shower or two for Saturday. But look down off the coast of California. There's a large area of high pressure. And as we move Friday and into Saturday, that area of high pressure will continue to move north. And there we go, Saturday night at 9 p.m. High pressure will be firmly in place off the coast of western Oregon, and that will keep that large area of low pressure you see off to the west at bay, and will actually move it a little bit up to our north. So we will see some beautiful weather beginning on Saturday. It will be a bit breezy though on Saturday. You can see those lines of isobars very close together, but that will change once again as we make our way into Sunday. High pressure will dominate our weather through the middle of next week, with high temperatures on Sunday in the mid-60s, with temperatures in the lower 70s under sunny skies expected next week. Here's that forecast now, and we will see the nicest temperatures we've seen since going all the way back to September of last year. 65 today, we might get there. 67 tomorrow for our high temperature. A little cooler on Saturday as that front moves through. 39 our low, warming up to 64 on Sunday with light winds. And then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, mostly sunny to sunny skies with highs in the low 70s. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
Wenatchee, I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.